Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Okay. We got some weird... I think this is working? I don't know. I did some updates and then there's suddenly some really weird technical difficulties going on and I'm not quite certain what's happening. Right, I've just realised that things are going on but I have not actually put them on screen. Current game capture. There we go. Yeah, sorry, thank you for it. A bit of a shorter one this week because, well, frankly, I don't know. I just turned on OBS and it's just not working. So I've had to update it and I've had to update my computer. I've had to do other bits and pieces. I've just had to make sure that my avatar is actually on screen and then anything I've put on screen is actually doing things. And I don't know. I really don't know. Hang on. Should also turn on streamer mode. There we go. Cool. Wonderful. Super. Right, now I can stop jumping in and out of this screen. Right. What were we doing? Oh, right. Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Tyro the Fox, and we will be playing some more Tales of Vesperia. So, if I remember correctly, what we did last time was we went to this magical place over here. If I can turn the camera. There we go. This magical place called Halur, which now has a really pretty tree in it, which was protecting it because magic. Because that's how that works. That seems a bit louder than I'm planning. Hang on. There we go, that seems better. I think I did have to reinstall... Wait, why is that now no longer working? I had to mess around with a bunch of my settings just to... like, I had to reinstall everything, so... I'm trying to figure out what the... Yeah, that'll do. I think I'm still audible? I'm fiddling with this because I'm worried that it's not quite right anymore, but you know what? That'll do. That'll do. If it's a little bit quieter than it should be, then let me know. But otherwise, yeah,
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
I know, I was just hitting circle until things died, really. Anyway, so, yeah, Halur is now safe because, Estelle ended up making it better by wishing it. Because that's the kind of game we're in. And now we're going to go and find this Mordio character in the hopes that we can, I know, rat them out.
It looks like this is Ospio. It's so gloomy and damp here. It's giving me the chills too.
Oh, can you imagine that in the summer? Like in winter, I would imagine that'd be a bit of a pain in the ass, especially if there's lots of rain and stuff coming through the cracks in the walls and things. If you got a city underground, but in summer, that's going to be so lovely and cool. Like, yeah, like you barely have to do anything in terms of protection to any of your houses, surely, apart from some damp, I guess.
It's because the city is in a cavern.
I wonder if the lack of sun drives the people here to do shady things, like stealing Blastia cores.
Pun. It looks cool, though. That said, it is also... what do I say to the fact that the city of scholars is underground? Oh dear, Vesperia is hating life at present. Oh, that's not good. What the hell is that? Oh, yes, this guy. I forgot this guy. At last, someone found me. I've been waiting. I'm Wonder Chef. I travel the world far and wide seeking gourmet food and travellers that appreciate the importance of fine dining. You'll usually find me in disguise. A food connoisseur should have no problem seeing through it all. Call it a test, if you will. And it seems like you're one of them. You've got potential. For that, I'm going to reward you with a recipe. I don't know why this character I've decided just is channeling, like... Apparently this character is just channeling, like, 90s Jim Carrey energy. That just seems to be that just seemed to be correct. I don't know. I don't make the rules. I just enforce them. Right, hang on. I'm not a professional streamer. Ah, boy. Anyway, we've learned Salisbury steak, which is quite a serious thing to be just randomly grabbing on the road, actually. Even from a weirdo with a giant frying pan. I give you this so you can practice. Obtain 3 sets of ingredients for the recipe. Lovely. For the love of food, bon appetit! There's lots of strange objects scattered throughout the world. Wonder Chef might be disguised as one of them. When you find him, he'll reward you with a recipe. Try to seek him out on your journey. Oh, computer is not liking this. Oh god, it's probably... Okay, this is a little bit of, like, detail about running things on Linux. There is a lot of instances where stuff just does not seem to like having the window closed and unclosed. So tabbing out and tabbing back in doesn't always make... sometimes makes certain programs unstable for reasons I do not fully understand. I can only imagine it just gets a bit ratty because you've just interrupted something.
Our passport?
This is an Imperial facility. We can't just let anyone inside, can we?
Passport? You don't have one of those, do you?
No.
An associate of ours is inside. Could you please let us through?
If you filled out the official visitation paperwork, then you ought to have gotten your passport from this associate of yours.
This is the first we've heard, though. If you won't let us in, perhaps you could call him to the gate for us?
What's your associate's name?
Mordio.
I do like... Okay, so this is one of the things which I quite like about Tales of Vesperia very specifically. Most of the characters are quite sensible. I know that sounds weird, but think about how many other games and things where they meet some adversity and their first action is to, like, immediately go for reach for their weapon and start a fight, or go, well, I guess we've exhausted all possibilities and go for a fight, or go immediately to subterfuge or other bits and pieces. You know, go as quickly as possible towards bit, because that's where the player actually gets to have fun and do things, or other stuff, like, or even worse, you get nothing. Like your player character or avatar just stands there and does nothing. Sort of thing like Pokemon for the most part. You're expected to just sort of walk into what the solution is supposed to be, but here you might not. All that sort of stuff. Vesperia's characters are generally quite intelligent and at least have the right ideas about how to handle things. So when confronted with not being allowed to not being allowed to walk into this place, like Yuri immediately goes, "Hey, can we at least talk to whoever we're trying to contact here?" Because it would not be unreasonable for them to come and talk to us, surely. Really sensible solution, really sensible thing, really easy thing, which if you had thought of it, you go, yeah, absolutely, that's perfect. And it's a great thing that these characters keep doing simple things like that.
We can't help you. You'll need to mail in a request and have a passport officially issued to you.
Though in this case, it's also interesting because then they immediately go, wait, who? Really? And then are surprised by that and can't handle it. Though it is also very weird that the funny, jokey music cuts in instead.
Don't budge an inch, do you?
Excuse me, but did it All information about the establishment is classified. We cannot share even small details with outsiders.
So they can't even tell me why Flynn was here?
No, of course not.
So what you're saying is that Flynn really did come here.
I don't know who you're talking about. A knight named Flynn? Never heard of him.
Okay, that's quite cute. I like that.
Could we at least leave him a message?
Give it up, Estelise. We'd have more luck asking a brick wall for help. Let's just go.
But Flynn's inside.
What? We're just gonna give up?
I'm not going to give up. I'm going to see Flynn.
And I'm gonna take back that Blastia from that thief Mordio and give him a beating he won't forget.
So can't we look for another way in?
Of course we can. Let's take a stroll around, why don't we? As a last resort, maybe we could go over the walls.
Okay. Computer's still not happy with this. It's slightly better, but... We go in through here?
Doors like this never open when you want them to.
I guess we'll have to climb over the wall and open it from the inside.
A little quick to jump to our last resort, aren't you?
Let's wait for Flynn to come out then.
Even if Flynn comes out, it's not like he's gonna bring Mordio out with him.
Well, if Flynn comes outside, we can just ask him to let us in, can't we?
He'd never go for a plan like this. He's far too much of a goody-goody.
Carol, what are you doing?
There! It's open!
Huh? You can't do that!
Your guild specializes in hunting monsters, right? Or are you guys into Thieves Guild type stuff too?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty much the only one who can do anything like this.
Well, good job. Shall we?
No, that's bad.
A little bit of,
Just wait here for Flynn.
like, lock-picking, I guess. It's handy in case you end up fighting a, I don't know, a giant, combination lock.
I don't have the patience to wait for Flynn to just happen to walk out of this town by chance. It was unquestioning obedience to laws and authority in times like this that made me quit the Imperial Knights in the first place.
But...
Well then, Estelle, keep a lookout here for us, won't you?
Wait, I'm going with you.
Okay. Let's walk on the wild side a little.
Man, there are a lot of Mordio lookalikes here, aren't there?
Excuse me. Do you have a minute?
What do you want?
Would you happen to know if a knight named Flynn Shifo has come through here?
Flynn? Oh, that guy. He was saying something about going to catch someone who'd been vandalizing ruins.
Where is he now?
I couldn't say. My research keeps me too busy to pay attention to things like that.
I see. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I'll be taking my leave then.
Hey, wait up. Tell me one more thing. Is there a famed mage named Mordio around here?
There are people who want to see that weirdo?
So I was right. You know Mordio?
No, I don't know anything at all. I don't associate with people like that.
Hey, I'm not done yet.
What? What is it?
Tell me where the mage is.
Mordio lives alone in a shack back that way. Go and see for yourself if you want.
Thanks.
Are you sure about this?
I mean, no, I don't. I'm not certain if anything is really going through Yuri's head other than, yeah, let's get him.
Everyone seems to get all out of sorts just from hearing that guy's name. It's weird.
Yeah. Doesn't it bother you?
Well, he's a Blastia thief. It's no wonder people don't like him.
Okay.
You know, Yuri, your attitude, your behavior, They don't seem very knightly.
Where'd that come from?
I mean, we're entering the city through a back entrance, like thieves.
This coming from the guy who picked the lock.
I'm just tagging along to find Flynn, and now you've turned me into a thief.
You're trespassers, not thieves.
Sheesh.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if we were to pocket a couple of books, then that might be different, but we haven't, so it's all good. Okay, hang on, I need to... technical difficulties on top of technical difficulties, unfortunately. So, hang on, I need to shut down the computer, shut down the game. There we go, it's probably fine to just do that. There we go. Right. It validates, it sorts itself out because I've just saved. Okay, can you not update right now? Thank you. And we boot it back up. A JRPG door lock can be opened with a JRPG door lock. Yes. I'm not quite following you there. I'm not quite following you there, Space. JRPG door lock can be opened with a JRPG door lock. As in what? You throw them at each other? You make them fight? Is that how it works? Tonight it's really not happy with me, and I'm not certain why. Yeah, it's not running as smoothly as I'm used to. Oh, no. It's not perfect, is it? Okay.
This city sure has a lot of books.
I'm not really too crazy about reading, and I have a hard time sleeping in this place.
Yeah, you seem like you're too jittery to sit still and look at something for too long.
You're one to talk.
Hey, what happened to Estelle?
She's been over there reading books ever since we got here.
Estelle, time to get going.
Once she starts reading, you can't pull her away.
Huh? Did you say something? This seems to be literature from an ancient civilization.
She's not even listening.
Excellent. Hello? Oh, okay. You do actually have a place to rest, but it's all on bookcases. That's a fun detail. I like that. Maybe it's just this area in particular. I don't know. Many thanks. Fortune's Market always brings you what you need when you need it at the price that's right. Okay. Do you have armor? Oh, you actually have new weapons. You were already equipped. Wood wall. You already got that. Oh, yeah, sash. Oh, okay. You know, I'll pick that up preemptively. I know what that's for, but for now. Right. I think everyone's largely got what they want right now. Iron circlet? Yeah, we're good. Got lots of life bottles already. Yeah, grab 3 of those, 3 of them. Or just a couple. Also, I'd like to say, but with business ruined, we aren't really able to stock a wide variety of products. The blaster excavated here are all made by the Critia long, long ago. Cool. Surveyors Guild Works Cellar. Hi, I'm a member of the Map Making Guild. My job is to make maps, but I also collect information on synthesizing. I'll let you know when there's new information. Check back often. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Kozakura. We'll be seeing a lot of each other around various towns. Okay, today's suggested synthesis? What? Oh, yes, synthesizing is a thing which we can do. So this is the reason why you're not going to... reference to a funny lock-picking guy on YouTube who demonstrates that you can lock-pick many locks with brute force, usually with the same brand of lock. Oh, I see. Is that lock-picking lawyer? Oh, I see. I have watched a number of his videos. They are actually very interesting, quite fascinating, also surprisingly destabilizing. It's like you can't help but look at that and go, "Ooh, are my door locks actually good enough? Am I actually okay? Is everything going? Am I suddenly going to have all my cupboards and all my biscuits stolen in the middle of the night by someone who's watched your videos long enough to get into my place?" But no, yeah, it's but they are really interesting, and it is a unique and an interesting hobby to learn how to lockpick. I know people who can get those transparent ones, which are really interesting and look kind of fun. Anyway, the thing which they're talking about right now is that there is actually a possibility of being able to create new weapons by synthesizing them. Part of the reason why you don't ever sell weapons in this game in particular is that all weapons are actually synthesis items. I don't think armor is, but these items are. Ruins. Must investigate ruins. Well, I dozed off there. Whew. Who are you? I haven't seen you anywhere. Well, it doesn't matter though. Well, I guess they just assume that there's just going to be randos walking around with an axe. They really don't care that much. Man, these guys are disaffected. Did something happen on Emmed Hill? One of my colleagues went there with several other people. Who the hell are you? You try and swipe any Blastia, I'll know. Yeah, not really the swiping Blastia type. Oh, there we go. That's where we're going. So yeah, this is where Mordio lives.
Keep out. Seriously. Mordio.
Well, they said seriously, so they must
I
mean
guess
it.
this is the place.
I think people usually try knocking first.
Looks like no one's home. What should we do?
No point in hesitating when you're heading into a den of thieves.
No, I don't want us to commit any more crimes.
I guess that means it's my turn then.
What? Your turn?
Excellent. Yep. Okay. Yep. Fight the power, Carol.
We shouldn't do that either.
Well, now that he's established he's a locksmith, he's just doing it all he can. It's great.
Nothing to it. Wait for me!
Please, wait! Why does he always do that?
Carol is eager to be helpful and useful. Yuri just wants to beat the shit out of someone.
Who could live in a place like this?
You can pretty much live anywhere you can eat and sleep if you set your mind to it.
Oh, doesn't that fit? Oh, that hits close to home than I'd like. Wow. Yeah, no, that is true though.
Yuri, don't you have something to say first?
Hello? We're coming in.
And the door?
Carol here, open your door. Sorry about that.
Well, at least we're polite intruders.
Honestly, Yuri. Excuse us. Is anyone home?
It's a good thing no one's here. That means we get to look for evidence.
Okay. Oh, check this out. It's a Blastia model. I guess I'm doing impressions of the characters now. Whoever made this was pretty talented. It's a model of a Grand Blastia. It's not working, though. Grand Blastia? Grand Blastia refers to especially large types of Blastia, including but not limited to Barrier Blastia. Read that in the book too, huh? What else we got? The person who lives here must be quite an ardent scholar. Just because someone studies hard, that doesn't mean their actions are right or just. Hey, the cover's about to fall off this one. Treat books with respect. Priceless information is written on their pages. Yes. And then we got this. It looks like a Blastia formula. Ah, yeah. That's a Blastia formula. Feel free to step aside if you would like. Aren't you cold? I've had enough crimes for today, thank you. It's not such a big deal. Not a big deal? Breaking and entering is a crime punishable by at least a year in prison and a fine of up to 10,000 gold. Did you notice how messy this writing is? I can write nicer than this. But they say people with bad handwriting have good hearts. Well, I have good handwriting and a good heart. How about that? Estelle, this formula means. It resembles a magic circle that uses fire, but I'm not sure. But at least you understand it a little bit. It means nothing to me at all. Okay, let's see. Anything else? Anything else? This game is really hating life, and I don't know why. Aha!
What is that?
Oh my goodness, it's a really weird cloak.
Shut up. Huh? Hey, hold on! Thieves? No, what are you... Wait! Be gone! Help! Why me? A girl?
If you can pull tricks like that, why'd you bother skipping town back in Zaphias?
Huh? Skipping town? Why would I need to skip town?
For stealing the core of a Blastia from the lower quarter in the capital. What else?
What? You're calling me a thief? Have you ever heard of common sense?
Sure.
So you break into a home, call the owner a thief, and wave a sword in their face. What the hell kind of sense is that?
Axe. We've equipped an axe.
Hey, dog! You stay back, you dog!
The way she says that, it just sounds so, just so miserable. Just, there's a lot of hatred and there's a lot of history behind that line.
And you, kid, give him back. What do you mean? The Blastia, give him back to me. What's with you?
My name is Estelise. We're terribly sorry for barging in on you like this. Yuri, Carol, you too.
Sorry. So, what do you want?
Well, you see, Yuri has followed a Blastia thief here all the way from the Imperial capital.
And?
And that Blastia thief wore a cape, was short, and their name was Mordio. So?
Ipso facto, we gotta chop off your hand toe. Yeah, sure, let's go with that.
Well, Mordio is certainly my name. Rita Mordio, to be exact.
And the height matches up too.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I told you, I have no idea what you're... Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Follow me.
Huh?
Maybe you didn't hear me. We're not finished here.
Just follow me, would you? There's talk that some thieves have turned up in the Shaikos ruins.
Thieves? Are you sure about that?
It came from an Imperial knight who asked me for help. It should be trustworthy.
Do you think that knight might have been Flynn?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's gotta be. Looks like she shot him down, though.
Hey, remember what that guy outside said about someone vandalizing the ruins?
which means the thief who stole the Blastia core could be there.
Finished chatting? Let's go.
Oh, thank goodness she's sensibly dressed.
All right, but
She
don't even
ha-
think of making a break for it.
At least she's got one stocking that's completely different colour to the rest of it. I mean, yeah, it looks cool, but it is also like, why?
Give it a try. It sounds like Flynn might even be there.
It's up to you. Go to jail, make a run for it, or follow me. Pick one.
Okay, we'll go with you.
The Shaikos ruins are even further to the east, once you leave the city.
Rita has joined the party. Why is this significant? Rita is our mage.
Rita's a little scary, huh?
Really?
She's about what I'd expect. Seems like she's in a crappy mood, too.
That's because you broke into her house, Yuri.
I
don't
accuse her of
exactly feel
being
like
a
being
thief.
on my best behavior when I'm dealing with a core thief.
What will you do if you're wrong about her?
If I'm wrong, I'll apologize.
You'd better remember that when the time comes.
Oh, were you listening?
I just happened to overhear. So you think I'm scary, do you?
Watch it, Carol. She's definitely the kind to hold a grudge.
Hey! Don't scare me like that!
Okay. Now we elevate ourselves to thieving as we just sort of check around and see if there's anything useful. Huh? What's this? Oh, the collector's book. It's a self-updating book that makes it easy to record all of the items you find. A self-updating book, huh? I guess I'll have to look and see what you mean. Sure, that would work too. It's extremely useful to have. Let's take it with us. The collector's book. Huh. Hey, get a load of this. Most of the pages are blank. Are you sure you're a world-renowned researcher? Huh. When you are being given like a book and such and full of knowledge and wisdom, and it's completely blank, and you have to. It's very much like the same sort of thing of what was it? The Pokemon professors handing you a blank.
Your name is Estelise, right?
Yes, but that's kind of long to say easily. Please call me Estelle.
A blank
You look
Pokedex.
like some fancy noble, Estelise. Why are you with that jerk?
Oh, I think that Yuri is a good person. And really, I don't mind if you call me Estelle.
All right, Estelise.
She's tough.
Yeah, it is a little bit like just a Pokemon professor handing you a blank encyclopedia and going, yeah, go fill that out for me. It's like, dude, you're the guy, you're the one with all the experience and knowledge. What the hell am I supposed to do with this? Right, I cannot remember if I need to leave. Okay, yeah, that's locked. Cool. I think I do need to leave. Oh, computer is not happy and I don't know why. Might restart or do something, but for the now I'm streaming, I'm doing stuff. It will have to be this way. Right. Hey folks, don't mind that I'm leaving, despite the fact you never saw me enter. Okay. Oh, it is hating life right now. Right. Where do we want to go? There is something over there.
You want revenge?
Oh, those dropped frames. Oh dear. Anyway. Right. I can just turn it down for a bit and see if that helps. Do I have a graphics menu here? Settings, configs, graphics settings. Does this help? Slightly.
Oh man. All right, all right.
Holy power, come to me!
Who's next?
Oh man, that doesn't feel great.
Together.
We make such a great pair, Carol. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, don't mind me.
Just the one doing all the actual work. Right, okay, so let me show you. Oh, we got a thing.
Repeat's getting really good at handling items, don't you think?
Yeah, but I don't want to eat any gels that have been in a dog's mouth.
He said, come on, don't be like that. If things go bad, take it.
That's one big mouth he's... Wait a minute. Did he really say that? All I heard him do was bark.
Stick around long enough and you'll figure him out. Right, Rapide?
You look a little jealous, Rita.
No way.
You understand the ways of the dog. You are wonderful. Yay. I think, so yeah, understandably, Rita does start to soften up. Oh, how do I switch character in the... No, that's not what I wanted. I know I can switch character. Hang on. I don't think it's something which they tell you you can do for a while, but I know you can do it. I'm genuinely pushing all the things. You know what? Sure. Why can't I change who's... never mind. Oh, wait, hang on. What? Party... No. Whatever. I think I am controlling the right character. I'm just... yeah,
get this
don't
over
worry
with.
about it. That's it. Or not? What? Why can't I control other characters?
Holy power, come to me! Put out your hand. Like this? Yay!
Damn it, I'm looking it up. I'm looking it up. Why can't I control other characters? It won't let me. Tales of Vesperia. Change leader. Okay. Well, my first mistake is that I didn't put Rita in the first slot. So if I do that, I can now control Rita.
These are the Shy Coast ruins.
Oh, this is some lovely music. It's just kind of relaxing. It also sounds so 90s it kind of hurts. You can kind of imagine having this as an R&B beat and have some crooner sing over it.
It looks like there aren't any Imperial Knights around.
Why is she committed to having one leg completely different to the other? Does it look cool?
Footprints are
Yeah, I
still
guess,
fresh.
but at the
There's a
same
lot of
time,
them, too.
why?
Which means it's either the knights, the thieves, or both.
Some of these footprints must be Flynn's.
Could be.
Hey, over here, hurry up.
I see. So first you get us alone in the dark, then you zap us, huh?
Zap. I like the way that sounds.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean? Why are you smiling like that?
Let's try to get along now, okay?
Okay. I forgot how dreamlike the graphics on this can look if you let them. I think the implication is to have a bit more of like a anime drawn style rather than necessarily like looking ethereal deliberately. Again, this game wants to look like game effectively wants to be a playable version of a playable season of an anime. So
Maybe they're further in?
How far in are we talking here?
It doesn't look like anyone's been here, does it?
The information about the underground couldn't have gotten out, could it?
The underground?
Recently, an entrance to an underground area was uncovered here. A handful of mages are supposed to be the only people who know about it.
But it's okay for us to know this?
I don't have much choice if I'm to clear my name, do I?
Clear your name, huh?
The ground is scratched here.
It's not like I would have minded letting the thieves have the ruins above ground after we finished the excavation, but it's a good thing we came here when we did.
Well then, we'd better hurry up and follow them. All we have to do is move this?
Classic ruins. Always full of traps and random statues you can push backwards and forwards.
Come on, you have to put your shoulder into it.
Right.
Of course Yuri is strong enough to do it just one-handed.
Come on, just a little more.
Carol, are you okay?
Sure, yeah, that was a cinch.
Okay, here we go.
Nice. Yeah, there's a chest over here, so I'm going to prioritize that quick, but otherwise. A half guard. Yay! Right after I already bought one. I do apologise if this is nauseating. If not, if it's too much for anyone, I will try restarting or doing something. I did install a bunch of updates to my computer, and some of them are actually quite low-level bits and pieces, so I can only imagine it's unhappy with me.
This is my first time going inside ruins.
Be careful over there, it's slippery. What are you looking at?
Okay, so she's just a little bit to Sandre.
I was just surprised. You're actually a nice person.
I knew it would be a pain to bring you along. I should have just come by myself.
Do you always come to research these ruins alone?
Yeah,
Aren't you afraid you'll get hurt by monsters or traps?
there are always risks if you're trying to actually do something. If someone gets hurt, it's an acceptable loss.
Even if you're the one who gets hurt?
Yeah,
Don't you ever worry or hesitate?
worrying about getting what you want without anyone getting hurt? You've had a pretty easy life.
An easy life.
And Blastia will never betray me, so they're easy to deal with.
Yeah, I think that if you were wondering about who Rita is and how she starts out, that's probably the most telling thing she says throughout the first thing. Like, why is she such a weirdo? that's one way of interpreting it.
She knows exactly what's important to her.
I wish I knew what was important to me.
Just travel around for a while. You'll figure it out.
These ruins feel very different once you're inside them.
Yeah, it's weird. And there's all this stuff I've never seen before.
What, is this your first time too, Carol?
Well, yeah. My specialty's monster hunting. Hey, what do you think this is?
You really shouldn't be fooling around over there. This place is loaded with traps.
Did anyone else just hear a click?
Carol, watch out!
Ah!
Sorry, I thought you were about to get killed. I overdid it.
I think I would have been better off getting caught in the trap.
So this is what I mean about the characters getting to express themselves and project their characters a bit stronger, but also interact. All characters are really important and useful, and it's good to know how they react in different situations. And one of the best ways of putting them in new situations is to constantly have them bump up against each other. Right, so Rita is largely useless in close combat, so it is always much better to have her throw some fireballs around. She has some melee, but to be honest, she's much better off throwing fireballs around. You know, when I can actually aim them. There we go.
No way you could win.
So, yeah, if you were wondering how a mage is supposed to work in a RPG system based around fighting controls, Rita is largely your answer. The idea is that Rita is capable of fighting and is capable of dealing damage using a melee attack. Her weapon of choice, for some reason, is a scarf, but she is capable of doing so. A sash, sorry. Yep, cool. So it's not terrifically powerful, which is why she's much better off throwing around fireballs. The problem is that fireballs are really, really slow.
Let's work together.
So in order to do any attack, I can attack from anywhere in range, but I have to spend a few seconds charging it up and then throwing it. Oh, hang on. There we go, it's fun. Fine. I don't know why Yuri is doing absolutely... Oh, because Yuri might be on auto mode, on manual, isn't he?
Holy power, come to me. First aid.
A flickering blaze burn. Fireball.
Okay, I might need to change a couple of things, because otherwise Yuri is going to be a little bit brain dead for the rest of the thing, and I don't want that. Arts, right, yeah, he's on manual when he shouldn't be. It is this button. There we go. Yeah, the controls, by the way, for anyone interested, so auto means that the character becomes PC controlled. So they become CPU controlled, they become automatic party members, and the computer does things based on what you tell them to do. I think you can actually modify how their AI behaves in certain situations somewhere in here, but I don't think we've been introduced to it yet. Manual means that you are choosing targets and you are trying to land attacks entirely by yourself. But that also means that that unlike in semi-auto, you also don't have the character run straight up to a target whenever you try to instigate an attack. In semi-auto, a character will run, if you try to use the normal basic attack, the character will run straight up to the target they are currently targeting and try and hit them, and then once they reach that point, they will actually hit them or use a certain attack. Manual means that they just do they only obey your commands and don't do anything else otherwise. Okay.
Just go away!
Take this!
Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball!
Out of my way!
Flickering blaze, burn! Fireball! Hammer!
So fireball tends to be quite easy, quite powerful, but yeah, this is how mages work in this game. They are astoundingly easy. Damn it! What? You know what? Let's just smack them.
Holy flickering blaze, burn! Fireball! That was annoying.
Nice.
I feel
Got some levels up. That's all good. Things happening. Ooh.
Looks like this little one is no good.
Wow. So this is what Blastia looked like before they're excavated.
I wonder why ancient people buried Blastia in ruins like this in the first place.
I wish I could tell you. That's something else being researched.
With all these Blastia here, I don't suppose there are any Aqua Blastia lying around too.
None of them have cores in them.
Really? Then they don't work, do they?
Blastia aren't excavated with the cores and the bodies together.
Cores produce magic through formulas. Bodies control that magic. The two combined are referred to as Blastia. Each Blastia possesses different attributes and is marked by a crest that indicates those attributes. With current technology, Blastia bodies can be manufactured, but the production of Blastia cores is impossible.
So basically, cores are very valuable since they have to be excavated. It's only natural that thieves would want to steal them.
That's not quite
Manny
true.
has a one-track
Since
mind.
Estelise's information is a little outdated.
What's outdated about it?
There's some degradation of quality, but there's been some success in the synthesis of simple Blastia cores.
Really?
That's why I wouldn't do anything stupid, like go stealing people's cores. If I had time to waste doing things like that, I'd rather be spending it researching better ways to completely restore incomplete or degraded cores. That's what being a mage is all about.
A noble creed, but that doesn't clear your name.
Yes, talk is cheap, I suppose.
Perhaps there are still some Blastia left that can be used.
So interesting, and a little bit of information about how Blastia works, because the whole idea is that Rita is a Blastia expert and is extremely knowledgeable about these things.
This one's still got a core in it.
Here, try shooting this at the core.
This ring set with something that looks just like a Blastia core.
Glyph crystallization of a formula allows this Blastia to emit air as needed.
That's not quite the best way to put it. It's actually used to charge other Blastia with air. But wait, how did you know that?
In the castle, I read that the ring acts as a kind of key in ancient ruins.
Castle?
So all I do is point?
Just aim the sorcerer's ring at the core of that Blastia. Face your target and shoot. There's a limit to its range, though. Go on, try it.
In essence,
That's
now
all
we
it
have a
takes.
little ring thing which allows us to activate Blastia mechanics.
That's a strim crest. It's a mark that indicates movement.
Huh. Interesting.
Hey! What's that?
A sentinel, for taking care of unwanted guests.
Okay then, keep your eyes open and let's keep moving.
Are you sure? What if I'm just luring you deeper into the ruins so I can zap you?
I'm starting to think I'd rather try my luck with the golem.
Here, you take it.
Isn't this thing important or something?
We'll need to use it a few more times.
Okay, I guess I'd better hold it since I'm leading the way. I wonder if people a long time ago used little rings like this to move things around.
Yes, I've items like this have been discovered in other ruins as well.
It sure is useful for something so small.
Yeah, unlike some people I could name.
Huh?
It's impressive that you've been entrusted with a sorcerer's ring, Rita. I've heard they're only given to a very small number of people.
Guess someone trusts you.
You're the only one who doesn't.
Again, a little bit of information, a little bit of, like, it's a tiny detail, but mostly whenever you get these little skits, the information which you get out of them is typically more to do with character and the world rather than anything else. So now we've got to get through these guys.
Guess we can do this.
Right.
Flickering blaze burst! Fireball!
I like how I accidentally ran all the way there just to go and smack them in the face. What is stone? Oh, it's up. Right, okay.
What a pain! They're everywhere!
We'll crush them all.
Let's try this. Yeah, that seems to be a little bit more powerful. Now, if you're wondering how this is supposed to work otherwise, because Rita is capable of attacking in combat, if I run out of TP, I've got a couple of options. I can strike and fight normally as I would do using my actual melee weapon. But the only reason why I would normally be doing that is because I've run out of TP. Every single time you hit, you end up recovering at least 1 point of it. So a TP heavy character that, like a mage, for example, or a spellcaster in the background, they would be preferring to. They would probably only be joining the fight if they've absolutely ran out of TP or there's nothing else for them to do. Ooh. Well, everybody's just learning new powers and things, huh? Oh.
Hey, didn't you say something about the castle not too long ago?
Oh? Yes, well, you see...
Yeah, I was in the castle a while back. I used to be a knight.
You? A knight? Please, how gullible do you think I am?
Believe it or not, it's true.
Will wonders never cease?
Is it really so hard for everyone to believe that? Come on, let's go.
Hey, they changed the subject on me.
I feel like that might have been deliberate on Yuri's part.
They're behind us.
Hey! Attacking from behind is no fair!
Yeah, monster. How could you do such a thing? Damn it, teaching is about surprise encounters. For which I don't actually know what they do. Oh.
Holy power, come to me! First aid! Holy power, come to me! First aid! Holy power, come to me! First
Ow.
flickering blaze! Holy power,
Do you know how long it takes to charge my fireballs at this point? Please don't hit me.
monsters don't think.
That was scary. I didn't expect to be ambushed from behind like that.
Well, I guess we just can't ever let our guard down where there are monsters about.
If they attack from the rear, any of us could get pulled into battle.
Right. Let's be careful and hope that doesn't happen again.
This only happens with a preemptive attack.
Your party's order will be reshuffled when an enemy approaches from behind, so be
Preemptive
careful.
attacks, huh?
What?
You guys! It's back!
Hit it with what I gave you just now.
Huh? You mean with this?
Do it now.
We got a head start!
So now that we've got the Sorcerer's Ring, we are now learning about how to use it to manipulate battles in our favour.
We finished them off.
I finished them off.
Huh?
So that's how it works.
I didn't know it could be used like that too.
Right, let's get a move on.
Fire a shot of air with the sorcerer's ring at an enemy to temporarily stun them. The enemies will be stunned for a short time at the beginning of the battle upon entering a battle in this state. Yeah, so if you're paying attention, you can make even normal encounters a little bit easier by just stunning them before you get into them. So if you're not quite careful, if you want to try and make sure you handle things a little bit more comfortably, you can just you can try and balance the encounter in your favour. Especially, for example, if you happen to be running low on resources. Please don't hit me. Okay, that works. There we go. Let's try hitting you with this. Oh, that works.
Pretty good for a dog.
Rita, you seem very used to fighting for someone who's been doing research in Ospio for so long.
I'm just used to using magic, and I've been working to cultivate a calm mind.
A calm mind, huh?
Is there something wrong with that?
Ooh! Ouch!
Sorry, I thought you were a monster.
I'll startle you someday. You just wait.
Amazing. I don't know what's going through their mind to do that, but sure, why not? Okay, we've played as Rita for a bit. Might as well keep her in the party. Let's play as Carol for a little while. Now that I've remembered how the hell you do it, I'm gonna try it out. Oh yeah, hang on. Oh no, we're good. What is his... He really doesn't have any arts, huh? Okay. Carol is arguably a tank. He has very little in the way of actual offensive abilities to start off with. Most of his abilities are actually in... Most of his stats are literally in just... Most of his abilities are actually more, much more balanced towards being able to tank damage and hit stuff. He doesn't have quite the combo potential that Yuri does. He does instead have a bunch of hard hitting attacks. Which means his little combo here, 3-hit combo here is probably the best he can do. For the time being, anyway.
Let's get this over with.
Bam, 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 bam. There we go. Nice. No? Okay. Can I not use it like that? Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
I'm gonna do the thing. Okay. And whack. And whack. Come on, whack, whack. There we go.
Who's next? Resound, O cry of victory! All right.
I find that kind of cute. I like that. Resound, O cry of victory! Feels like I should do that if I manage to get all my squats in today. Resound, O cry of victory! Okay. We have a chest. And it contains... Oh, a dagger for repeat. Excellent.
If that ceiling collapsed, we'd be buried alive.
What are you saying stuff like that for, Estelle? What if that really happened?
Yeah,
Don't be
keep
such a
it
wimp.
positive,
These
Estelle.
ruins are made of stronger stuff than that.
Ah! Estelle! Now the ceiling's gonna collapse because you were talking about it! Huh?
No, sorry, I just stubbed my toe on a rock.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
Yuri, you're mean.
Come on! Let's hurry and finish up what we're doing so we can get out of these ruins.
I do find it interesting that Yuri has quite
Now's our chance!
Let's take care of him quick.
acerbic sense of humour. I think that's how it's. I think that would make sense.
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
I do quite like Yuri. I think he's quite. I think he's a fun character. I think he's quite interesting. He gets way more complex as the game goes on, and he's sort of fun. A fun, roguish personality is on full display right now. Bang, bang, bang. Okay, yeah. Carol doesn't look like much, but Carol can genuinely bring the pain when he wants to.
Your legs are shaking.
Like, he looks like he should be tiny, and he sounds like he's being voiced by Tails the Fox, but, no, he's genuinely really good. I did actually rely on him quite a bit in the last, in my last playthrough. You know, just for fun, let's try Repeat out for a bit. Right. Oh, for goodness sake. Right, okay, so I have to walk all the way back around. Just so I can get this damn chest. Okay, fine. It's a longsword. For someone. Okay, Repeat, you have surpassed that weapon, so we can get you something better. Oh, yeah. Carol. I think you're still good, right? Yeah, you're good. You haven't gone through Magic Guard yet, so you definitely should learn that before we move you on. But you can have some leather boots, because why not? You have learned Recover and Evade, so you might as well hold on to that. Longsword, Critical Guard, and Defend. That's the wrong button. Okay, so... oh yeah, skill info. Critical Guard. To guard when advancing, nullifies enemy attacks if performed at the correct time. Oh, okay. Cool. So that's the only way in which you can actually guard and prevent damage. You have to do so as a timing action. And then defend. Increase physical defense by 5%. Increase due to increase due to equipment not affected. Okay. Yeah, you grab that. Alright, I need to go through skills because now everyone doesn't have everything. Item thrower. You already have item thrower, that's good. Oh, yeah. Cool, you have critical, which is raising your critical hit chance. Vitality, excellent idea. 200% HP. Lovely. Let's see. Right, magic, magic guard, resist. Is that Really? Increases spell attack. Rhythm. Tab B repeatedly while casting spells to shorten casting time. Oh, good. You do have that. I was worried you wouldn't. Spirit. Increase max TP by 20. Yeah, that's something I think you kind of need. Cool. Okay. We do get SP later on as we carry on in level, so that's not bad. That's not a bad deal. Critical guard. Right. Evade. Backs. Oh, no. Evade, backstep, and recover. It actually automatically adds. That's good to know. Magic guard. Yeah, you're good. Actually, Estelle, do you have a new weapon to upgrade to? You do not. That is something which I'll have to prioritize for you next time we're at a shop. Okay, deeper into the spooky ruins. I mean, this is what dungeons look like in this game, by the way. Right. Ooh. Let's go with you. So this is how Repeat works. Repeat is all about lots of quick actions, which are all about like being really fast.
Pretty good for a dog.
I just keep getting stronger.
I feel...
Yeah. That's great, guys. So Repeat is all about really quick actions. He's supposed to be a bit more of like a roguish ninja kind of character. He's able to jump around, he's able to hit people, he's able to do lots of different stuff. A lot of his actions also have the capability of being able to
I won't lose.
strike multiple times and even perform lots of combos.
That was awesome.
I pushed the wrong button for a second. Actually, what are your arts right now? I'm going to use you for a little bit. Oh, you've only got 2. Okay. Yeah, that probably makes sense. Right, one thing I absolutely should do before I do anything else is save the game. There we go. Computer's still not very happy with me. Alright. I see that thing in the corner there. You can't hide things from old 13 Eyes Tyro. Yeah.
I won't lose.
I mean, yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to build a joke off of that, and I have no idea. Where the hell do I go from 13 Eyes Tyro? The best I've got is something like, yes, you wear too many glasses that one time. I don't know. Not everything has to be a joke. But everything does have to be cut up in this lovely two-piece set. Here, my associate Repeat is going to demonstrate as you're able to slice and dice your opponents within only a few seconds.
All right.
They know each other way too well.
You don't stand between a man and his
That's
dog.
nice, but I can do so much more.
Magic guard, that's all good. Well, that actually means you can upgrade your weapon now. So yeah, this is why equipment and specifically the weapon in Vesperia is interesting, because you don't actually always want to upgrade to the to the latest and greatest immediately. You might actually want to hold on to another weapon because it has an ability. You might have to wait until you've gotten to the next thing before you actually bother with anything else. Yeah, you've learned criticals, that's okay. Is everyone's skills alright? No, I was... Yeah, you're good. Okay, resist. It'd be lovely if I could do resist, but I can't afford it. Don't know. Magic guard. Okay, cool. Everything's gone. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna have to go through a few. We're gonna have to go through a few different fights with this one. Okay. Suppose we'll knock them down one by one.
We got a head start.
Let's take care of him quick.
Get out of here.
Flickering blaze burn.
Full strike. Get out of here.
A little bit like Yuri, Repeat is capable of doing quite a bit of brush down. Just move straight in, smash them all, and away you go. But unlike Yuri, he doesn't have quite as long recovery frames between each of his combos, meaning that he is able to keep fighting quite aggressively.
That was awesome.
And one more. Wait, what?
Leave it to me.
Take this.
Flickering blaze burn.
Resound, O cry of victory. All right.
Man, these guardians are kind of pathetic. If this was my home security, I'd be kind of ashamed. Stiletto. Oh, good. A weapon finally for Estelles. Right, Estelle. Stiletto. There we go. That gives you backstep and evade. Good to know. You know what? I have not played as you at all. Let's give that a whirl. Mine was little easy.
Let's take care of him quick.
Right.
Holy power.
Oh yeah, I didn't look up the controls.
Holy power. Come to me. Din of this lost land.
Oh yeah. Oh crap, how do controls work with this? Oh no, I forgot. How do you play as a support character in this? Because yeah, I've got a bunch of abilities which are really good for healing, but that I can't target anyone else. Oh no! I forgot how to target my own allies. Do I have to pick them specifically, or do I only have? Can I only target enemies for hitting things? You know, let's try another encounter and see. So, Pew and...
Don't get sloppy.
Right. No, I can only hit them.
How's this?
Oh, and barrier. Cool. Spirit, I might as well... No. hang on. Okay. You know what? If we're going to give Esteles a little go, we need to know how to cast buff spells on other enemy on allies. Tails of no. Support and healing on the allies. Believe you have to use the stick while holding the art button. D-pad should work too. I don't get used to it because it gets used for something else later. Hello. Also, hello person with similar name. Oh, okay. The player more efficient kicking. Okay, so apparently I can use the D-pad. Can I target enemies as a result? I mean, admittedly, the advice which I'm being given online is pretty much don't. There's no point playing as a support character unless you really want to. It's much more efficient to just attack the enemy when we're at very low level. But I want to see if I can get this working, because admittedly, because of her status as typically being a pretty heavy support character, Esteles doesn't get played very often, at least not in my experience. Again, it is much more efficient to just start blasting things' heads off with everything else, with everyone else. I didn't go upstairs. I might go upstairs. I can't go upstairs. A stony fence blocks the way unless there's an earthquake. It doesn't look like it will budge. Okay. Oh, joy. The only other encounter... You know what? I'm going to go into the other room and see if I can at least try out a quick encounter. Because that's clearly a boss right there. I'm not trying out, like, trying to actually heal someone for the first time in a boss fight. That's suicide.
Guess we can do this.
Okay. So if I go... No. There we go. Wow, that's really awkward. So, okay, we've got power up, right, okay. So that's how that works, and then, no.
You want revenge? Bring it!
Okay. Okay. Let me try and see if I can mess around with this stuff. So, right, Okay. Here's the thing about this stuff. It is actually possible to cast stuff using the right stick. This is something which you learn later and starts becoming incredibly important very quickly, because after a while you just run out of space for all of your arts. So being able to throw more or less all of them on different stuff is extremely important. Right, I'm going to give that to Starstroke and put First Aid on left and right. Actually, yeah, no, that's fine. But I am going to put Power Hammer, actually, yeah, sure. Starstrike on that one? Yeah. Now here's the fun part. You might have noticed that I can actually control other things. So what I can also do is I can make other characters do different actions on my on this list rather than others. So for example, I can make it so that Rita does a fireball while I'm playing as Esteles, and I control Rita's when I override Rita's AI and force her to make that action for me. Completely pointless, but I'm just doing it to prove a point at this point. Yeah, that's how that works. You can set different characters and things. It's very cool. Right.
Sorry if I hurt you.
Flickering blades.
Strength, dwell in this land.
Now, if there's any benefit, at least,
Put out your hand.
I don't think it actually does anything until I've picked a target and then actually had the game give it, like, do the business. But
Don't get sloppy.
spellcasting for buffs in this game is really weird.
Power, come to me. First aid.
There you go, Carol.
Holy power, come to me. First aid. Strength, dwell in this blade. Sharpness.
What? Oh, there we go. Anyway, I can force you guys to do things for me.
Hey, I learned something.
Let's work together.
So if you use right and left, I can actually force... There we go, Wolf Strike. And do so over and over again if I want.
Yeah, I beat.
Okay, you know what? I'm not liking that. You know what? I'm actually going to put Pout Hammer on here. I'm going to make this entirely, mostly just physical stuff. This I'm going to make into actual spells. So, that can be barrier, and that could be barrier. Why not? Hitting right stick is just so much easier than having to bash out different combinations and things unless I'm in a combat.
Hey,
Jeez, what is this thing? So this is a Blastia too?
but what I want is the Aqua Blastia, not this puppet.
What are you doing? Don't just go poking at him like that. If I can just analyze him, I'll finally be able to complete my anima formula. Huh? No, his Blastia core is missing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, looks like one of your friends is here.
Hey, who are you?
Me?
Aha!
I'm just a Blastia researcher from Ospio.
It's the thief.
That sounded convincing.
And just who are all of you? This place is off limits, you know.
I think you just gave yourself away. I don't know who you are, but you're definitely not from Ospio if you don't recognize me.
Guess she's got no problems with modesty.
This job is just full of problems. If it's not the Knights, it's a bunch of kids.
It's moving!
Oh, great.
Rita!
Rita, I had you in the... Oh, no, okay, that's good, that's good. I had you in the party, I was really worried you'd be out of it.
Wait a minute.
What?
How did you...
I was just trying to heal your wounds.
I'm sure we'll find out what's so fascinating in a second. Do you mind, like, fighting?
All right, all right.
Ah,
I'm
damn
going
it.
after that idiot. You all take care of this.
What do you mean you'll leave it to us? How are you gonna get through?
Oh, that idiot!
I guess we've got no choice but to play with this wind-up toy for now.
Let's get this over with and go after that jerk.
Heck yeah.
I can't believe this thing's moving!
Okay,
He doesn't know
sharpness.
how to go easy on people.
Can we really defeat something this big?
Please, calm down.
I don't think this thing's gonna listen.
Blastia have hearts too.
It'll squash us before we can tell it anything!
Ugh, fine.
Oh man, this is bad!
Okay, I feel like I'm going to have to just leave it to the AI for the time being and make sure that everyone doesn't die. Uh-oh. Oh, overlimit is very bad. Come on, Carol. Come on, guys. You can do this. For goodness sake, Yuri. Okay. You guys are being beaten up out there. Okay. For goodness sake, Carol. I really feel like oh, Rita. Oh, right. You know what, Yuri? You've got the right option. Go for it. Thank you. I kind of need to use something for... Oh. We have nothing for HP. We've got nothing for MP, rather. Oh, great. Really? Wow, I should have gone and grabbed some supplies. Okay. Well, let's pull back a little bit. Oh, crap. Oh man, I am really not feeling... I'm really up for this right now. And I've been screwed over. Damn it.
And they were never heard from again.
Spooky. Do I have any items which are... I have items for this. Why can't I use them? Repeat isn't in the party. Okay, hang on. Yeah, okay, let's put Repeat in. Repeat is the only character which is capable of actually the only character capable of doing stuff. Okay, the most efficient thing is unfortunately just to leave healing to the NPC. So I put we'll put Estelle on auto, and then we're doing Yuri. I guess we're back to playing as Yuri. Yuri recently got some new attacks, so sure, that's Wolf Strike now. Why not? Cool. Oh, yeah, just in case this ends up going tits up. There we go. Just in case it all goes horribly wrong. Oh, leave me be. I got things to do. Right. Now we go through this whole malarkey.
Be careful. He doesn't know how to go easy on people.
Can we really defeat something this big?
Please, calm down. Blastia have hearts too.
The sword works better on crazy things like this.
Fine.
We gotta teach him a lesson.
Oh boy. No, no, run out. Ah, oh, damn it. I was holding the wrong button. I was hoping I would be able to get out of the way. Does he really only have... Ah, boy. Figure out what his pattern is. It seems to be reflecting most of my attacks, and now it isn't? Uh-oh. Overlimit is a really bad thing, because that's a mechanic we get later. Really don't have much more of a plan than just beat it up and hope for the best, really. Thankfully, the AIs in the background are able to handle this pretty well. And there we go!
Let's go chase him down.
Let's proceed quietly.
Very nice. Whew.
All that's left is to cut off its power supply. I'm sorry. Rita, hurry! All right, all right. Come on, let's go.
But Flynn,
There can't be many nights here if our shady friend in the cloak is just wandering around.
so you think Flynn is...
I don't think he's here anymore. Come on!
If I just had a little more time, I could have figured out the anima formula. Is that why we were fighting that thing? Of course. You suck! You were already here looking for the thief. I just had you guys help out a little.
Let's go, let's go!
Oh, right. Well, great. Now we've beaten up a big Tinker Toy, and but at least we got a little bit closer to our thief. Why he was doing what he was doing, what he was doing, no idea. Okay, is it actually possible to get up here? No. Okay. I guess the only way back out is back out through the way we came? Oh no.
Don't get sloppy.
No, yeah, I think that's right. Hey, more attacks!
Yeah, I beat you into next.
Thankfully, these things are not that dangerous, so beating them up isn't too much of a bother. What is this thing? I don't know, it just juts out and whatever. Okay.
Guess we can do this.
I was hoping to slip by, but you know what? Fine. If you want to have a bit of a fight. I suppose you got your little hook claw things.
Alright, hey, I learned some.
Cool. Excellent. Ah.
This
What?
is awesome!
Wait, it's an ambush, but we also stunned them. So they were stunned, but they also had... they also came at me from behind.
Could you be any more of a pain?
Huh. Weird. Oh well.
Guess we can do this.
Wow, this ought to be easy. Moments where it wants to try and reach 60 frames per second, but it's...
I got a little worked up.
I think I'm gonna have to restart. I have to make sure I restart my computer before I stream next time. Oh dear. Okay, good. I am going in the right direction. Or not. Okay. No, that's just a scene transition. Okay.
Look, there he is!
Now I'm going in the right direction. Ah, you got stuck by a bunch of frogs.
Don't get in my way.
Out of my way!
You're menaced by these things? Really?
Man, I was just getting warmed up.
You haven't even got like a, I don't know, a good sturdy boot to kick him in the face or something?
How can he just steal the core and walk off like that?
Stop! Make him stop! I've only been hired to do a job. I was told to get a good price for any Blastia cores I could find.
You stole cores from the Imperial capital too, didn't you?
The capital? No way, not me.
Then maybe it was one of your friends.
Yeah, it's that creep, the Decky.
Where'd he run off to?
He's probably picking up his money from the client right now.
Client, huh? And who exactly might that be?
All I know is he's somewhere in Torum Harbor. I don't know any more than that. He was a huge bruiser of a guy with a scar on his right cheek and one eye missing.
So is this the guy collecting all the cores?
And where did you steal that sorcerer's ring?
Who says I stole it? The client gave it to me, said it would be useful for this job.
Liar. That's not something the boss of some pickpockets could get his hands on.
Honest, you gotta believe me.
This thing sounds pretty big. You think somebody important is behind it all?
I think you're on the right track, Captain Carroll. This doesn't sound like some ordinary band of thieves.
Man, first the knights, then the monsters, now this.
And now you get tipped into the water? What?
Knight? Then Flynn was here after all.
Yeah, that's him. That damn knight.
Shut up!
Get whipped into unconsciousness, I guess.
You knocked him out. Now what?
I'll have the city guards come pick him up later.
All right then, let's get back to Ospio.
Oh yeah, whip it good. Okay. I guess we make our way back to Ospio? Return to field map.
So Flynn wasn't in there either.
So, who is this knight exactly?
He's Yuri's friend.
Your friend? That must be a pain.
Huh?
Never mind. So what brings him to this town?
He was looking for a mage to repair Halur's barrier blastia.
Oh, that rookie. He came to see me too.
Flynn did? Was he all right?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess?
Well, since he's a knight, I'm sure he got some mage or another to help. Maybe he's already back in Halur.
Oh no.
Well, do you trust me yet?
I don't think Rita's the sort of person to steal.
Vouch for her character all you like, but that doesn't prove her innocence.
But
Don't bother trying to make him believe me. But I really didn't do it, you know.
Well, I guess research seems to fit you better than robbery.
Yuri isn't very good at expressing his feelings.
Estelle, you don't have to apologize for him. Just leave him be.
What a weirdo. I'm gonna go let the city city guards know about what happened. Go and wait for me in my lab.
I don't think those stubborn guards will let us pass through the entrance.
True. Then take this with you. Show this to the guard and they should let you through.
Thanks.
Got it? Don't leave town without my permission, or you'll be sorry.
Passport!
It's a good thing the core thief you're chasing turned out not to be Rita, right, Yuri?
Well, how do you figure that? I couldn't care less who the core thief was. I would have loved it if it were Rita. I'd be done by now.
I wouldn't let her hear you say that.
Well, at least we got a lead for catching the real criminal. I can't complain about that.
Right, here we go. Back to Rita's place, and time passes. Things happen.
If you're that worried about Flynn, would you rather leave now?
It's just... I've got to say a proper goodbye to Rita.
Then take it easy.
What are you gonna do after this, Yuri?
I guess I'll go pay the guy behind all this core stealing. It sounds like Hideki ended up going to the same place too.
In that case, we should make a beeline for Nor Harbor.
Didn't he say Torum Harbor?
Oh, right. You don't know.
Don't know what.
Nor and Torum are both ports of a city that extend across two different continents. On the Ilikian side, where we are now, is the port of Capua Nor. People call it Nor Harbor. Capua Torum is the port on the other side, on the Tolbekian continent. It's usually just called Torum Harbor. So first we'll go to Nor Harbor. We'll have to pass by Emid Hill on the way, but it's not that far west from here.
I'll be going back to Halur. I still need to follow Flynn.
I don't know. Maybe I'll head back to Halur too.
Huh? Why? How can you just say that? The thief's gonna get away!
There's no reason to panic. According to our friend in the ruins, it sounds like his client's based there. Besides, if we're going west, that'll take us close to Halur.
Oh, man! But
You gotta be somewhere? A sick girlfriend with an incurable disease or something?
Man, if only she really was a frail girl like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Wishing
I
that...
asked you to wait for me, but you sure made yourselves at home, didn't you?
What were we expecting to do exactly? Just stand in the corner and not touch anything?
Oh, welcome back. What ended up happening to the thief?
He's probably crying quietly to himself in his cell by now.
Sorry for suspecting you.
What a heartfelt apology. I'll take it, though. It worked out pretty well for me, too.
Rita?
Well, thanks for the hospitality.
What? Going so soon?
We don't want to overstay our welcome. Plus, we're in a hurry.
I'm so happy to have met you, Rita. I'm afraid we have to go now. I'll thank you properly later.
Okay.
So tell me about this frail girlfriend of yours, Carol.
What?
The reason you want to go to Nor Harbor is so you can see her, isn't it?
How do you know about her?
I knew it!
Because you were blurting it out loud like no one else could hear
it's
you.
not Nor Harbor?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You might as well come clean, Carol. It's obvious Estelle's not gonna give up.
You've got it all wrong!
Carol!
If you're seeing us off, we'll say goodbye here.
I'm going with you.
You're doing what?
Oh, so this is why you told us not to leave without saying goodbye, huh?
Yeah.
Is that it? Just yeah?
Can you just leave like that? You're an important mage here, right?
Yeah, they don't care.
I want to see Halur's barrier Blastia for myself. It's no good to the people if it's broken, right?
Actually, the three of us fixed it together.
Huh? What do you mean you fixed it? You're just amateurs.
Well, I mean, in reality, like, Estelle wished on it, but yeah, we fixed it.
We revived it. It was great.
Let's just say it was beginner's luck.
Now I'm really worried. I'll have to go see if it's been done properly or not.
Suit yourself.
What?
I've never had a real friend my own age before.
Okay.
I'm not so sure we're...
I forgot she does this. Yeah, I mean, okay, admittedly, she is sheltered.
This is gonna be so much fun. Yeah.
When we left the capital, it was just me, Repeat, and Estelle.
Now Carol and Rita have joined us. I'm so happy to have more people to travel with.
I'm not so sure about some people in our party, though.
I'm not so sure about you, you little runt.
Hey now, go easy on the young captain.
Rita, we all have to work to get along, okay?
Oh, yeah, right.
A little antagonism isn't a bad thing in characters. Again, like, one of the things which I do quite like about a lot of the characters in this is that a lot of them end up trying to make sure that they've got some form of something to work out over the course of the game. So they're going, frankly, like Estelle gets to try and learn how to impose and grow a spine, frankly, as well as also get to be a little bit more worldly. Carol gets to actually have a little bit more confidence in himself and his abilities.
It's an ambush!
This is awesome!
Rita learns to start trusting people, that sort of thing.
Full power! Onward! I feel this power!
That's nice, but I can do...
Nice.
Isn't it hard to use a weapon that large, Carol?
It's a little heavy, but I need to hold something large like this to make myself look bigger.
That's just the right trick to hide your minuscule size.
Ah, you want to look bigger to fool the enemies.
Now that you mention it, small monsters often puff themselves up to appear more menacing.
Right, it's just like... Huh? Are you saying I'm the same as a monster?
Even so, changing your appearance doesn't change who you really are, Carol.
Are you dangerous? Tell us right now if you are.
It's okay. I'm an elite hunting blade. There's nothing to worry about.
I hope that's not another one of your clever tricks.
No, this guy's a capable thief, so who knows? Oh, we can actually... No, we can't go to Dayton Hold from this end. Okay, interesting. So we would have to go all the way back to Halurb, just as they asked us to. Okay.
Don't get in my way.
These are the threads that we...
Oh, for goodness sake, leave me alone!
Let's work together.
How many of you stupid things have I got to beat down before you leave me for 5 minutes?
We performed marvelously.
Oh,
Have you been doing research in Ospio for a long time, Rita?
Yeah, I guess about 5 years.
5 years? Wow. Rita, how old are you anyway?
I'm 15.
Wow.
really?
You're so grown up. I can't believe you were researching Blastia at 10.
It's not a big deal. How old are you, Estelise?
Oh, I just turned 18 this year.
Time to grow up.
Right. I'll do my best.
Huh. Would not have guessed. That's actually kind of amazing. Still, it's also... I guess that's part of the gag that, like, Estelle is being told to
The
grow
tree's
up.
already
But,
blooming?
yeah.
I told you! We brought the tree back to life!
Oh, you
Whoa!
Just as the knight said.
That's just full-on judo chop straight to the noggin. Don't do that. Just because he can take it, just because Carol can take a hit, doesn't mean he should. Oh, great. We missed him again.
Flynn?
Unfortunately, you just missed him.
No way! Not again!
By the way, the mayor is not, like, magical or something like that. Remember, those are flower petals from the tree.
He was quite surprised that the barrier had been fixed.
Would you happen to know which way he went?
No, I'm sorry. I don't know. However, he did entrust me with a letter.
What? A wanted poster?
I'm sorry, I forgot that that's Yuri's. I forgot that that's Yuri's wanted poster. Oh, that's precious. Oh, that's
Too
wonderful.
much mischief.
What kind of mischief gets you into this?
I don't know. I think we've really annoyed the kindergarten. They're clearly baying for blood. You'll have you have Play-Doh placed in your ears. You'll be forced to sit at every single tea party, and they will entomb you in the highest Duplo tower they can build.
It's my fault.
Oh, come on. Only 5,000 gold?
That's way too high for just breaking out of jail. You must have done something else.
So, what does the letter say? I'm going to Nor Harbor. Catch up with me.
Catch up with me, huh? Easy for him to say.
Well, at least we're all
He
going in
also
the right
writes that we
direction.
should Watch out for assassins.
Wow, he even knows we're being hunted.
Sounds like this guy knows what he's doing.
Looks like we have some dangerous people after us now. What are you gonna do?
Well,
I'm going to go to Nor Harbor. I could pass on a message for you if you want.
but
Think about what you want to do. I'm gonna go make sure Rita isn't causing too much trouble.
I might do a little bit of shopping, sort things out here, and maybe save. Right, absolutely grab some of this. All good things. Knife bottle, we've got plenty of, that's great. Poison bottle? Sure. Right, do we have anything else? No. Oh wait, hang on, synthesis. Right, is there anything which I can synthesize? Ooh. Can synthesize better weapons, okay. So this is the use for weapons when you've exhausted them. The whole idea is that it does mean that you can actually get versions of versions of your weapons which are more useful. So a rapier, huh? Okay, that seems worth doing. Kakarazi +1, sure. Boka +1. Oh. If I make a second... There we go. Right, we can also synthesize armor, but armor doesn't tend to care about whether it doesn't tend to consume other armor, so that makes it a little bit easier. So, shapka, ribbon, cool. Anything here which is going to be actually worth using? No, that's fine. Poison ward. That's really expensive, though. Never mind. Special flag. Oh yeah, I should absolutely grab one of those. A flag that allows you to change party leaders in the menu. It won't give you an extra life. Ha 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 ha. It is in reference to another video game. Oh yeah, Panacea bottle. Oh yeah, no, we already got one of those. Or used it anyway. And rather than remove it from the menu, you instead just aren't allowed to ever have one. Oh, hang on. Lemon gel, huh? Lottery gel? Okay. Pineapple gel. Will be rather good to do some of the gels, but that'll have to do, I guess. Sure. Okay, shopping done. Okay, now I assume we're going to get an absolute rollicking because we did something horrible and stupid.
I can't believe it. I've never seen anything like this. The flowers are in full bloom even though it's not the season for it. And the barrier's strong too. Did Esteliz really do this?
What do you mean?
Carol let it slip when we were leaving Ospio. You tried to change the subject, but it was too late.
Guess I blew that one.
We mages have nothing even remotely like she has.
So you just decided to come with us to eliminate the competition?
Don't be ridiculous. I have a formula that I have to work out.
A formula? What do you mean?
It's nothing. Forget about it. So what did you want? You came here for something, right?
Well, that just took care of about half of it.
So what's the other half?
You said that it's easy working with Blastia because they never betray you.
Yeah, so...
You and Estelle are both human. You're not Blastia.
Oh, I get it. You're worried for her. Worried I might hurt her.
Estelle's honest. Good. Unlike you or me. I'm just saying, don't do anything reckless. Come on, let's go back. Carol and Estelle are waiting for us.
I finally found the clue I was looking for. I want to be all kinds of reckless.
Curious. No idea what that means.
Wow, I've never seen this many flowers on Halur's tree before.
Huh? Doesn't it always get like that when the flowers are in season?
In season or out. I've never seen all the buds blooming at once like this.
Really? Guess we're lucky to get to see something so amazing.
I'd say it's more abnormal than amazing.
Okay, it's quite possible that maybe kind of overdid it a little bit. There we go, the tree has given us a couple of bounties and we can get out of here. Dip 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 doo, dip 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 dip. Okay, now we collect the others.
Now come back with us while you can.
Oh crap.
I say, we've come to courteously escort you back to the capital.
And then we can clamp Yuri in chains where he belongs.
I've been waiting for you, Yuri Lowell. Don't you move a muscle.
Jeez, this guy never lets up, does he?
An old acquaintance you may be, but today I can overlook your transgressions no longer.
Yuri isn't a bad person. I asked him to go with me.
Yuri, you ruffian! You're coercing Lady Esteliz!
Man, you really can't say anything to these people.
No, this is what I really want. I'll go back to the castle. Just leave me be for a little longer.
I cannot allow that. Return to the castle with us.
I can't go back. Please understand this.
We have no choice. We'll have to apprehend the criminal as well.
Okay, if you want another weapon, I'll give you another weapon.
Kiss your freedom goodbye, or it ends today. I say, prepare to face the Imperial Knight's ultimate fighting art, the Overlimit.
The Overlimit doesn't belong to the Knights. Anyone can do it last time I checked.
I say be quiet.
An overlimit?
It's a technique to increase your abilities while fighting. How do you do it again?
You fool! How could you forget something like that? I say I shall jog your memory, but after that, I say I shall give you a non-stop ticket on the train of death. First, attack! Curse you! Yeah! Attack! Attack!
All right, you attack the enemy, and that raises your battle spirit.
Blast! Your hits are not connecting at all! Ouch! I say that hurt! Cannot I say stand this any longer?
Oh yeah, your battle spirit goes up if you're attacked too. All right, and then if you release the battle spirit that you've stored up,
I get to push anything on the D-pad and I go into overlimit.
That's enough for today.
Yuri, wow.
You start glowing! You can use basic attacks and arcs consecutively during the overlimit.
We mustn't let his power charge up anymore.
I've got you where I want you.
The whole idea of this is that unlike normal, I don't have any cooldowns on any of my abilities, so I'm now able to just keep beating the ever-loving hell out of these guys as long as this keeps going. Oh, that's him then. Ow, 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 ow. That hurt, that hurt. Ow, ow, ow.
Nice work, men.
I'm sorry. I can't go back.
Wow, impressive fighting. Teach you, remind your opponent on how to do their ultimate attack, and then just beat the get beaten the ever-loving hell out of with said special attack. Impressive work. Yeah, the idea of the overlimit is that it's effectively a little bit like trance or limit breaks from Final Fantasy 9 and 7 respectively. The whole idea is that it allows you to overcome the inherent animation animation pauses and breaks which you have trying to land combos, and allow you to try and get lots of damage in really quickly using this one big blast of activity. It's a sort of all or nothing kind of ability, and you can only use it every so often when you've built up energy.
Rita?
She says she's not going back, so get lost.
Yuri, it's them again.
Uh-oh.
Damn it! I knew they were still after us.
What is it this time?
What do you mean?
I'll explain later. Carol, which way is Nor Harbor?
It's west. West! You go over a meat hill, and Capua Nor is right there.
All right, let's go now then.
But I can't.
Make a decision. Which do you really want to do? Keep traveling with us or go home?
I'm going to keep traveling.
A wise choice, and one that those knights surely wouldn't be able to agree with.
Imperial Knight Point 1. With this sword I shall protect the people, wasn't it?
Indeed! Come on, boys! Let's show them what the Imperial Knights are made of!
Oh my goodness, they're actually doing something useful for once.
What are you looking at? Hey, dog! You keep away!
Huh? Rita Rita, are you afraid of dogs?
Not at all. Mind your own business. Oh, no.
Hey, Rita, I wanted to ask you about this. Oh, Rapide.
Rapide sure knows who he likes and who he doesn't.
I do find it quite kind of entertaining. It is that sort of thing where, like, I don't know, animals just sort of seem to sense fear in them and end up, like, fixating on you in particular, I
You want
guess.
revenge? Bring
Whether
it.
that's a good thing or not is always a thing. At least that's how it feels. Or I imagine it would be feeling like that if you're constantly paying attention to it.
Man, could you be any weaker?
Don't let him trip you up.
Alright, who's next?
I do like that there are comments on whether an enemy is actually within your level or not.
Yeah, I be.
Okay, we have to go over this hill. Remember next to nothing about this.
Yeah, but
Oh no, I do remember this. Yeah, no, okay, this is another detour.
that's weird. The barrier's gone.
You mean there was a barrier here?
There was when I came before.
Sort of a waste to have a barrier in a place with no people, if you ask me.
Are you sure you aren't mistaken? I'm pretty familiar with the barrier locations, but here...
You just haven't heard about this one. Nan told me it was only put here recently.
Who is Nan, Carol?
Huh? She's just a friend from my guild.
Oh, that's her girl. That's his girlfriend.
I think I'll have a look myself.
Oh.
Alright, never mind us, guys. I'm not gonna go look for them if they get lost.
Shall we, Yuri?
Heh. Oh, hey.
Hey, no outsiders allowed.
Let me through. I'm Rita Mordio of the Imperial Blastia Research Laboratory.
Oh, you're a mage from Ospio. Excuse me. Oh, but you can't just do as you please. Let me go and ask the...
I could use some of her attitude.
I think you have plenty already.
Hey,
Not
listen
wrong.
to this!
Not wrong.
It was like bam! A spear went thunk, the Blastia went bang, and he flew off into the sky like whoosh!
Who did what? How? Huh?
Someone riding a flying dragon?
Really now? Someone just casually rocking up with a dragon? Really?
Threw a giant spear at the Blastia!
Huh.
And then just flew off!
A human riding a dragon? No way.
I've never heard of anything like that before.
That's what I thought too, but a bunch of people here saw it happen. They say it was a dragon rider.
A dragon rider. Well, the world's just full of surprises.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Let me go!
There she goes
Uh-oh,
again.
the crazy music is happening again.
Something is definitely strange with this Blastia formula.
There's nothing strange at all. Perhaps you...
Just who do you think I am?
I'm well aware of who you are. The famed genius mage, correct? But surely there are some formulas that even you aren't familiar with.
You can't use a weird formula like this. Think of the poor Blastia.
Hey, stop gawking and help us catch her.
Fire! Hey! Fire!
What's with that kid? A fire? I don't hear anything or smell anything. Hey, you little liar!
Crap! They caught on that fast?
You really didn't have any other plan there?
You were with that kid. Wait a minute. There's a warrant for your...
It's now or never.
Judo chop! Sure!
You little... Hey, wait!
Man, the armor on these guys is absolutely awful. Stormtroopers are looking at this going, wow, I feel so safe all of a sudden.
Hey, stop help catch that kid. Damn!
These guys really do seem to operate on, like, ninja rules, huh? The more of them they are, the weaker they seem to be.
Whew, looks like we lost him.
Rita, you should really think more before you act.
That barrier Blastia was just so strange. I couldn't help myself.
Strange? Something fishy about it?
I have a feeling that may be an understatement.
Well, our hands are already full as it is. So could you please keep us out of it?
It doesn't concern you regardless.
Yuri Lowell! Where have you run off to now?
Oh, good grief.
Hey, Mr. Famous. Sounds like you've got a fan out there.
Again? Well, that gives a new meaning to the word workaholic.
Lady Estelise, I say, do come out of hiding.
You guys have a lot of problems. Just who are you anyway?
Well, I'm...
Yuri! Come out! Come out, wherever you are!
You can talk about that later.
That's nice, Repeat, but we don't need to see your rear. Oh, okay.
Carol! Don't frighten us like that.
Anyway, let's get our butts to Nor Harbor before things get any more complicated.
Which way were we supposed to go again?
Let's see. As the crow flies.
Isn't this a beast
Along the
trail?
path.
Can we really go through here?
We'll go as far as we can at least. I don't want to get captured again.
We'll need to be on the lookout for monsters then.
What are one or two monsters to the brave Captain Carol?
Yeah, that's right. Though if the barrier were up, we wouldn't have to worry about monsters at all.
Oh, I can't stand it. Why does some idiot have to go around breaking Blastia and making our lives difficult?
Oh,
Hey, Estelle. I noticed you keep looking in my direction. What's up?
You don't mind if I ask? All right, well then, here goes. This Nan, are you in love with her? Nan is a girl's name, right? Is she the girl you wanted to show Halur's flowers to?
Ah! No! You got it all wrong!
I do?
Man, she'd be so angry if she heard you say that.
Carol, good luck with her. I'm rooting for you.
yeah, Carol, you can do it!
Well, thanks. That's encouraging.
Oh, dear. I forgot how forthright she is. Oh, crap, what the hell are these?
I didn't know flowers like this grew in the mountains.
Rita, don't touch it. Inhaling billy bolly leaf pollen can lead to vertigo and strong feelings of exhaustion.
Hey, what are you...
Wow, Rita, what the hell?
Whoops, sorry.
Carol, are you okay?
Aren't you such a meanie?
You're interested in healing arts?
Nah.
It's no use. Healing arts don't work on this. We'll just have to wait until he recovers naturally.
How long will that take?
Carol, be strong.
Meanwhile, Carol is having the mother of all trips.
Rita, you're terrible.
Just, it's like the he's experiencing the monolith for the first time. There, it's just all colours and lights rushing by him.
I said I was sorry.
If you're all right, then let's go.
Let's be careful to stay away from the billy bolly leaf from now on, okay?
It's time for tutorializing.
Man, some people have some weird hobbies. And who goes around destroying Blastia?
I wouldn't really call that a hobby.
If we ever come across whoever's doing this, I'll destroy him.
But what if he has some reason for what he's doing?
They can have any reason they want. Destroying Blastia is unforgivable. Period.
Oh! My neck! My neck! Oh! Oh!
bet it'd
What
take
the hell
effort.
are you doing?
Just play nice with each other, kids.
Estelle! Do your best, Carol.
No one wants to deal with an angry
Don't
Rita.
get sloppy.
My goodness.
It'll be 100 years before you...
Ooh, a chest. Like, is it a bit anime? Yeah, but that's the entire point. I do like the comedy when it lands, though. It was fun. Though, yeah, early Rita is such a... wow. Then again, Carol is such a bit of a weenie as well. He gets better. Okay. Oh crap.
Leave it to me!
Like, I'm looking for a save point and I don't know where there is one.
I just keep getting...
Cool. Another chest. Another scarf.
Guess
Sure.
we can do this.
It's funny, when we've got only 5 party members, the only real advantage these guys seem to get is just, like, one party member being shuffled and everyone else looking the wrong way for a little too long.
Could you be any more of a...
Red Eyes, Nights. Why can't we just have a nice, fun, relaxing trip?
You're one to complain, Yuri.
Yeah, weren't those knights calling your name?
But you're the one who was fighting with the mages, Rita.
Please, everyone, we're okay, aren't we? I actually think it's kind of fun.
If you think being chased is fun, you're gonna love the rest of this trip.
Yeah, you may have written off what just happened, but we're still fugitives.
To be fair, like, anything other than just sitting around in a castle is going to be stimulating for Estelle.
Resound! I feel power.
Just go away!
Out of my way!
Yeah, I'm getting like that with a couple of these encounters. They're not that hard.
Not bad.
How's this?
Ooh. Yuri has an area effect attack. Very nice. I guess I probably will want to use that. Yeah, let's use that. Destruction field. Sure, that's Wolf Strike now. Go. Do the thing. Okay. I know it's not normally as long as I usually go, but you know what? It's getting quite late here, and and I think I've managed to get to a decent place with this. So, I'm gonna leave that there. Not quite gone to plan today, but hey, some technical difficulties, but managed to overcome them. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and good night.